This month, we're recognizing ALS, Amyotrophic Lateral Sclerosis, better known as Lou Gehrig's disease. It's a fatal neurodegenerative disease characterized by degeneration of cell bodies of the lower motor neurons and the gray matter of the anterior horns of the spinal cord. And whereas the initial symptoms of ALS is weakness of the skeletal muscles, especially those of extremities, and whereas ALS progresses, the patient experiences difficulty in swallowing, talking, and breathing, and eventually causes muscle atrophy, rendering the patient a functional quadriplegic. And whereas ALS does not affect the patient's mental capacity, so that the patient remains alert and aware of his or her loss of motor function and the inevitable outcome of continued deterioration and death. And whereas on average patients diagnosed with ALS only survive 2 to 5 years from the time of diagnosis. However, Dr. Stephen Hawking, probably the most famous person who suffered with ALS, lived for 55 years after being diagnosed with the disease at the age of 21 in 1963. And whereas ALS has no known cause, means of prevention, or cure, and whereas research indicates that military veterans are approximately twice as likely to develop ALS as those who have not served in the military, and whereas ALS month is about increasing the public's awareness of patients' circumstances and acknowledging the terrible impact that this disease has not only on the patient, but on his or her family and community, and recognizes the research being done to eradicate this horrible disease. Now, therefore, the Mayor and Council of Rockville do hereby declare May 2024 as ALS Awareness Month in Rockville, and call upon residents to join communities across the region to recognize and participate in this special observance. Will someone move the proclamation, please? Second. All those in favor, please raise your hand and say aye. Aye. Thank you. I just wanted to note of those who, many of us know someone who've experienced ALS, and it's actually hard for me to read through this because I do know people who have gone through it, who have just had children and know that they won't see them grow up. It's a very hard and painful disease, and we're happy to recognize that people are struggling with it, and that while we don't have a cure, we must continue to drive innovation to find ways to prevent and cure ALS. Thank you.